also have some other versions like the fully automatic and the manually loader. And now let's see the loader. You can see our loader is very thick and stable. And let's see the shape. You can see this shape is triangle. It means we can keep the loading process in a very stable, so that we can ensure that the working even in a very fast speed. And this is the chiller. We use the top brands of China. Chiller is a very important part of the laser cutting. Follow-up unloader. If you cutting some long workpieces, it can help you make the cutting process in a very stable process. Like this part, if you need to cut a long workpiece, that means the front piece will shaking. But if with follow-up unloader, this can keep it stable. This one is a customized version. If you just cut some short workpiece, this one is not necessary. And this is the laser saw laser head. We use both laser head on the board. It's also the top brands of China. And the laser saw is optimized. Also the top brands of China. We believe that the high quality can make your production stable. And let's see our workpiece by this machine. You can see this shape is very neat and smooth. If you need to do the welding process, it's perfect match. You don't need to do the secondary polishing. Cut in some other shapes like the triangle and some round holes. It's very neat and in a high quality. And you can see this is our safety door. Because we export to the Europe area, we have a high safe requirement. So this safety door is necessary. And process, you can pull it down and you will protect it from the laser And this is our control screen. You can insert your programs in here or to do some controlling. You can also insert a program by the USB and other documents. And we have the emergency stop electric system.
So I will show you guys the electric components. This is the cabinet of the machines, and you can see it's system control from both. And also we increase turbo and cooperate with ECM, which is a very big brand in China, and the other actual components we use Laser, also Galaxy. So these are the all famous brands of the electrical components in the industry, and this is the water system main control plate, and this is laser source. And generally we use Maxtronic, and if you like to do some change, we can also do the rakeless laser source. And this is water cooling heater. famous brands in China. So these are for Bochu, and this is the HCFA servo. And these servos can help the cutting to increase the speed of the rotation of the chuck and also the movement of the laser cutting head. This type of clothing system are all controlled by the servo that behind this machine.
So you can hold from 10 millimeter to 240 millimeter tube. That means if you are in the heavy duty industry, that is very suitable for you. You can see this is the tube. So if you're in the like the heavy duty industry, like this heavy tube, you can hold by your own hands. That loader is suitable for you. Just put on the semi-automatic loader, and then it will loading the tube automatically. Where top can help you hold the tube more firmly, because if you load in top, the tube may shaking and cause some effect on your tube. Each top will follow up your tube to push the tube on the truck and to keep the whole parting process stably. And this roller is also to help do the parting. If you want to make the loading manually or fully automatic, you can also customize the loader for you. The most difficult part of this machine is the high speed. Many manufacturers say that the machine is in a high speed, but they can ensure their machine safely while they are in high speed. As in our truck is very big and our loader is also big. That means we can ensure they're stable when we are in a very high speed.
Also, you can compare with the normal laser cutting machine. The whole machine bed for this high-speed machine are more stable, and you can see the structure. The structure here is more stronger. So because you have to make sure when the speed is increased, you can prevent the shaking, hold the cutting function. So you can see the machine bed structure is more stable and more stronger than the usual laser cutting machine. This rails. The size of the chuck is 240.
That means you can cut the tube from 10 millimeter to 240 millimeter.
Yes. Thank you for the light from Tiffany. And even those semi-auto loading are all controlled by the servo. So now is the square tube cutting.
You can see the truck can rotate in a very high
this is square tube cutting, and also you can see it's not just the general straight cutting. You can also do the drilling.
Some cutting.
See, the cutting part is perfect.
You can see the hose is very neat, and all the circle is the same.
新加坡 straight. And now we will show you the floating rack. So our engineer is texting the system.
If you are in the heavy duty industry or some manufacturers like the table legs, you have some long workpiece that you need this follow-up unloader to handle the long workpiece. Otherwise, when the workpiece strains, the truck may be shaking. So this unloader can help the stability.
You can also have this servo control floating rack, and we can also offer you the manual control type of the floating rack. This floating rack can help you to make sure the pipe won't shaking or the cutting.
All the configuration is based on your requirements. So
Yes.
if you have some other needs, you can type in our comments. We can make the suitable solution for you based on your requirements. This truck is the square-shaped truck. But if you just need to cut some round tubes, then you can just choose the round shape truck.
And for the safety gate, this one is manual type of the gate. But we can also help you to do the customization to do the automatic type. So there's a one button right here. When you click this button, the gate will fall down and will protect you away from the laser light.
Each part of this machine can be customized by the laser source and this unloader, the truck, the laser head. We have some own brands, but if you have some specific brands, we can also customize for you. Now our engineer is setting the program. You can just making the program on the computer, or you can insert the program by the USB or some other document. You can also control the machine by a remote. The tube strands from the truck. The follow-up unloader will help to hold the tube. It's controlled by the servo system, so the height is changed with the truck. The unloader's height is far up the truck's height. So it can hold the workpiece.
So this folding can hold the workpiece very stable, so it won't fall, hold the cutting. If your pipe is too long, the pipes might be fall down a little bit, and then will get impact on the cutting. So the cutting won't be this perfect. So this is like a structure that can help you to hold the tube.
Let's see the cutting. You cannot just do the straight cutting. You can cut the holes. You can see it's a very little circle. Now let's see the loading process. Welcome, new friends. This is the semi-automatic loader. We can do the fully automatic and the manual loader based on your requirements. You can see the cutting effect is very neat and smooth and without burrs. With this follow-up unloader, you can cut some long workpiece.
So let me show you how this semi-auto loading rack will work. So you need your engineer to put the tube on this support. And after they put these tubes on this support,
should put the tube one by one online with this loader.
Okay, so now the rig will fit into the rear truck, and after that the rear truck will feed the tubes into the truck. And the truck will clamp the tubes. And now doing the image. Even if it's very slightly smooth, but you follow the motion of the tube. So this is a normal cutting. There's a drilling and also the straight cutting.
If you need to do the welding in the net process, this is perfectly matched, so you can do the welding directly. You don't need to do some other secondary polishing. It can save you other costs. Also cut some other shapes, some oval and some special shape, so that you can do the secondary processing.
So this is almost.
Our other models is already assembled. This one is also the semi-automatic loader. It's a square truck. This one is with the manual loader, and the trailer is here. You can see our loader is all with this stable truck and this rack. And this one is with the fully automatic loader. You can just put the bundle tubes on the loader that it can load in the tubes automatically. It can save your manual cost, and the machine can work for 24 hours, 7 days. And this is the rear truck. You can see it can help to hold the tube firmly, so it can ensure the cutting quality.
And this is a small truck. It's a general type of, it's the standard type machine. Our standard type machine is 120 truck and also the 90 and And also we have a 70 truck cutting.
This is our red truck. They can help to clamp the tubes to help to the cutting safely. Most of
As you can see, those are controlled by the servo. And also it's HCFA, which is a very big brand in China.
This is a much smaller truck than before. The size of the truck is based on our customers' requirements. If you're in a heavy-duty industry, then we can customize the large truck for you. If you are just some basic manufacturer, then our standard 120mm is suitable. And this is the trailer of the cutting machine. We normally equip with the Hanli or SNA brand. Both are the top brands of China. The trailer is very important for the laser cutting because when the laser machine turns on, causes a high heat temperature, so you need to hold the temperature down, so that the trailer is very important at that time.
The water chilling system is the Hanli, but we can also SteviS, which is a different brand of the chiller.
It's all based on your requirements.
And this one is using the Innova.
Set the program on this computer, or you can insert the program by USB from other document format. And here are some switch of each part by this system. If it turns on, the green light will on. And this is the laser switch, the servo, and this is the power switch of the whole machine. And this is the emergency stop switch. And here is the remote. You can just control the machine by this remote in the long distance to keep yourself safe.
You can also control the tube feeder for a longer feeding or a small, a shorter feeding by using this remote. These wheels can also help you to feed the tubes onto the rear truck, but this is a manual type.
It can ensure the cutting quality and the stability. It's all controlled by the servo system. You can see the truck will rotate, and the machine bed is still stable without shaking. When you're cutting some long workpiece, the file unloader will file up the chalk height and to help to hold the workpiece and to keep the working process stably. This chalk size is 240 millimeters.
And we can also do the bigger chalk size to suit your height requirement. Thick, more bigger profile or tube, so you have to use this use more floating rack to handle the weight of the profile to make sure the profile won't fall and won't shake. And so you can see this is bigger. And this one is a 350 precision truck, and with the Max Photonic 12,000 watts and also SNA 12,000 watts chiller, and we're using the Bochu system and also the cutting head, and it's all controlled by the servo. This is the cutting head.
You can see the edge is very smooth and neat, and you can cut some special patterns. If you need to do some welding in the next process, you don't need to do the secondary polishing because the edge is very neat and you can perfectly match your next process.
So not just round tubes, you can do this type of cutting on the square tube either.
This is our today's battery tool, and we have shown you the new model of our machine. And if you have more questions or want to know more details of our machines, you can type or you can connect our engineers. And see you next time. Bye bye.
SteviS, engineered for the long run.